Refer this video for the rectification of curve. Example is here. Find the length of the upper arc of one loop of lemniscate r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. So first we have to trace this curve by using the rules of polar curve. See how to trace the curve. See in that example, first we have to check symmetrical. That means first we have to replace theta by minus theta. See in that question, if we have to replace theta by minus theta, so cos of minus theta is again cos theta, right? So equation of curve is remains unchanged. That means we have to say that the curve is symmetric about the initial line. See what is the second condition of symmetrical? If we have to replace r by minus r and the equation of curve remains unchanged, so we have to say that curve is symmetric about the pole. That means see in our example, if we have to replace r by minus r, so minus r square is again plus r square. So second condition is also satisfied. After that we have to replace r by minus r and theta by minus theta simultaneously. And see if we have to replace this simultaneously, so minus r square is again plus r square and minus cos of minus theta is again cos theta. So equation of curve is again remains unchanged. So again we have to say that the curve is symmetric about theta equal to pi by 2. That means for this example, the curve is symmetric about the initial line, about initial line pole, and symmetry about the theta equal to pi by 2. See what is the next point? We have to calculate pole and tangent at pole. Okay, see at theta, when theta equal to pi by 4, so r becomes 0. That means we have to say that the curve passes through the pole. And what is the tangent at pole? So this is the first tangent at pole. After that, next point is here tangent at pole. So how to find tangent at pole for this equation? You have to put here r equal to 0 in that equation. So we get here cos 2 theta equal to 0. So 2 theta equal to cos inverse of 0. So what is the possibilities of cos inverse 0 in nth term? 2n plus 1 pi by 2. That means see the possibilities of theta are, after shifting this 2 to right hand side, so we have to get here pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, 7 pi by 4. So these are the tangent of this curve, right? Just we have to use this condition. And how to draw the curve? See, okay, see here. This is the initial line theta equal to 0, that means x-axis. This is the theta equal to pi by 2, that is my y-axis. And what is the tangent at pole for this curve? First tangent at pole is theta equal to pi by 4 and also theta equal to minus pi by 4. So here we have to draw the curve. So this theta equal to pi by 4 and minus pi by 4, these are the tangent of this curve. So here we have to draw the loop. Okay, so this loop is passes through the pole, because our curve is also passes through pole, that means origin. So curve passes through the pole and these are the tangent of this pole, right? Similarly, see what is the condition of symmetrical? Curve is symmetric about initial line theta equal to 0. That means here this curve is symmetric about the initial line theta equal to 0, right? So we have to draw the same curve on that side. Okay, after that just we have to check the condition. The first condition is symmetric about the initial line. Next condition is symmetry about the line theta equal to pi by 2. And also next is symmetry about the pole, right? So these three conditions are satisfied. So after that we have to find the length of the upper arc of one loop. That means just we have to find the upper arc. That means we have to calculate this part, okay? We have to find the upper arc. See here, upper arc of one loop. So this is the one loop, and just we have to find the length of this upper arc. Okay, so here first we have to find what is the limit point of theta for this upper arc loop. So this limit point are theta equal to 0 to pi by 4. But first here we have to use which formula we have to apply for this curve. See here, these are the results of the rectification of curve. See, our curve is r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. That means r equal to f of theta form is given. So what is the result for r equal to f of theta? See here, length s equal to integral theta 1 to theta 2 r in the square root of r square plus dr by d theta square with respect to theta. So we have to apply this result for this curve and then find the length of upper arc. So this result, s equal to integral theta 1 to theta 2 in the square root of r square plus dr upon d theta square with respect to d theta. So first we have to calculate derivative of r with respect to theta, and then we have to find a limit point of this integral theta 1 to theta 2. So what is the limit point here? See, we have to find the length of the upper arc of this loop. That means what is the limit point for this upper loop? 0 to pi by 4. Okay, that means here next here integral limit points are 0 to pi by 4 and in the square root of r square plus dr upon d theta square with respect to d theta. So after that, see we have to calculate this value dr by d theta square. Okay, we have to mention this equation as 1. Okay, next we have to find the derivative of r with respect to theta. So our equation is here r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. So we have to differentiate this with respect to theta. What is the derivative of r square is the 2r, and into derivative of r with respect to theta is dr by d theta equal to a square constant as it is, and derivative of cos 2 theta it is the minus sine 2 theta, and into derivative of 2 theta is here 2. Okay, so we have to get here 2r dr upon d theta equal to minus 2a square sine 2 theta. So here 2 get the cancel, and what is the value of dr by d theta? So dr by d theta is here minus a square sine 2 theta divided by r, and then again we have to put the value of r. So what is the r? See, r square equal to a square cos 2 theta, that means value of r is here a square is a and into square root of cos 2 theta. So put this value here, so that means here it can be written as minus a square sine 2 theta divided by value of r is here a into root cos 2 theta. So 1a here get the cancel, and remaining term is here minus a sine 2 theta divided by root cos 2 theta. So this is the value of dr by d theta. But see, in our in equation 1 we have to find the value of dr by d theta square. So we have to taking square on both sides. So we get here dr by d theta square equal to minus a square is plus, so a square sine square 2 theta, and here root cos 2 theta, root and square get the cancel, so we get here only term cos 2 theta. Okay, after that put this value in equation 1. So here equation 1 becomes s equal to this integral 0 to pi by 4. Value of r square is already given a square cos 2 theta, and plus put the value of this dr by d theta bracket square. So here we have to take the LCM. So what is LCM? 0 to pi by 4 in the square root of a square cos 2 theta into cos 2 theta is the a square cos square 2 theta, and plus a square sine square 2 theta and divided by cos 2 theta. See here a square is the common. What is the remaining term? Cos square 2 theta plus sine square 2 theta, and answer of this cos square plus sine square is the 1. So this is the identity of trigonometric term. So the remaining term is here integral 0 to pi by 4. So we have to remaining root a square, but root a square is here a, and divided by root cos 2 theta d theta. Okay. See, after that we have to solving this integral 0 to pi by 4 a divided by root cos 2 theta d theta. So how to simplify this? So this equation we have to, it can be written as a upon cos 2 theta raised to half, right? So we have to convert this angle 2 theta as theta. That means how to convert this? We have to put 2 theta equal to t. So we have to solve this integral by using substitution. So we have to put here 2 theta equal to t. So what is theta? Theta is t by 2. And value of d theta is 1/2 dt. So we have to convert our integral is in the variable t. That means obviously limit will be changed because these are the limit of theta. So we have to calculate the limit for t. See, theta and t. So limits of theta are 0 to pi by 4. That means here if we have to put theta equal to 0, so we get t is also 0. And if theta equal to pi by 4, 2 into pi by 4, so we get t is here pi by 2. So what is the new limits of t are 0 to pi by 2. So put these values in that integral. So this integral can be written as s equal to new limits are here 0 to pi by 2. This a take the outside and 1 upon root cos 2 theta. So this can be written as cos 2 theta is t raised to half, and into value of d theta is here 1/2 dt. So this 1/2 is also take the outside. So a by 2 integral 0 to pi by 2. So we have to write down this term in numerator. So this becomes cos t raised to -1/2. Okay, and into dt. Sorry, this can be written as cos raised to -1/2 t. See, after that we have to use the one result of beta function. So what is this result of beta function? So we have to use this result if limit is here integral 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to p theta cos raised to q theta d theta. So answer of this integral is here beta p plus 1 by 2 comma q plus 1 by 2. So we have to use this result for this question. But see here, only cos term is given. So what is the sin raised to power? So sin raised to power is here 0. That means see s equal to a by 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to 0 t and into cos raised to minus half t dt. So what is our p? We have to equating these two equations. So our p is here 0 and our value of q is here minus half. So just put these values in that result. So we get here a by 2 and limit is here 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so here is also 0 to pi by 2. So we have to write down here p plus 1 by 2. So 0 plus 1 by 2 and q is here minus half plus 1 by 2. And just simplify this. So we get a by 2 here 1 half. Sorry, here beta 1 half and minus half plus 1 becomes 1 half upon 2 is 1 by 4. So after that again we have to use the relation between beta and gamma function. So what is the relation between beta and gamma? Gamma 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 4 and divided by gamma. What is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4? So this becomes here gamma 3 by 4. So here a by 2 into value of gamma half is the root pi. And here we have to get gamma 1 by 4 remaining term and here gamma 3 by 4. So after that just we have to use one more result here. We have to use this result gamma p into gamma 1 minus p. So what is the answer of this result is pi divided by sin p pi. Okay, for this result see here, if suppose we have to consider our p is here suppose 1 by 4. Okay, so what is 1 minus p? 1 minus 1 by 4 becomes 3 by 4 and gamma 3 by 4 is also present in denominator, right? So just we have to multiply and divide by gamma 1 by 4. Then we have to apply this result. So this can be written as a by 2 into root pi. So multiply divided by gamma 1 by 4. So gamma 1 by 4 gamma 1 by 4 divided by gamma 3 by 4 into gamma 1 by 4. And see for this numerator we have to apply this result. Because our p is 1 by 4 and 1 minus 1 by 4 becomes is 3 by 4. This is also present. So we have to directly write down the answer of this here. Pi upon sine 1 by 4 into pi. Sine pi upon sine pi by 4. Okay, sorry, here result is here 1 by 2 into beta. Okay, so we have to write down here only a by 4. Just 1 here a by 4 a by 4. Because result is here 1 by 2 beta p plus 1 by 2 q plus 1 by 2. So what is remaining term? S equal to a by 2 root pi and term is here gamma 1 by 4 gamma 1 by 4 and divided by gamma 3 by 4 gamma 1 by 4. Okay, so how to write here next part here? We have to use this result. So what is result for this term? A by 4 into root pi. See gamma 1 by 4 gamma 1 by 4 we have to take square of gamma 1 by 4 and divided by answer is a pi upon sin p pi. That means pi divided by sin pi by 4 and value of sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. That means this can be written as here a by 4 into root pi gamma 1 by 4 bracket square and divided by 1 by root 2. This can be written as in numerator root 2 into pi, right? See, if we have to split this pi into root pi, so 1 root pi is get the cancel. So write down this term a by 4 root pi gamma 1 by 4 square and divided by root 2 into pi. It can be written as root pi into root pi. So 1 root pi here get the cancel. So how to write this term? This can be written as a by 4 into gamma 1 by 4 bracket square and divided by root 2 into root pi is the root 2 pi. So this is the length of upper arc of the one loop. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. See again I will repeat how to solve this question. Question is here, find the length of upper arc of one loop of Leibniz square. So first we have to trace the curve by using the rule of polar curve. Okay, after that our question is here length of upper arc of one loop. So we have to find the length of this loop upper arc. So how to find this? We have to use result for the polar curve. So result is s equal to integral theta 1 to theta 2 in the square root of r square plus dr by d theta square with respect to d theta. So what is the limit point for theta for the upper arc? 0 to upper here half curve 0 to pi by 4. So use this limit point. After that we have to put r square equal to value a square cos 2 theta. Find the value of dr by theta. Put this value here and after that simplifying, so we get this part, a divided by root cos 2 theta d theta. So how to solve this integral? We have to solve this integral, so we have to convert this 2 theta into the one variable, that is theta. So how to convert? By using the substitution method. See here, after that put 2 theta equal to t. So we have to convert, our whole example is in the variable t. So new limit point of t are 0 to pi by 2. After that we have to use one more result of beta function, 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to p cos raised to q is here 1/2 beta p plus 1 by 2 q plus 1 by 2. But see, in our example only cos term is given, so we have to add this the sin term. We have to take the power of sin raised to 0. And we have to write on a by 2 into result 1/2 beta 0 plus 1 by 2 minus half plus 1 by 2. So 1/2 and into this a by 2 becomes a by 4. After that we have to simplify this, use the relation between beta and gamma function. See, after that we have to use one more result, gamma p gamma 1 minus p equal to pi upon sin p pi. Just we have to assume our p is 1 by 4. So we get 1 minus p is the 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is present in denominator. So we have to multiply divide by gamma 1 by 4 and just write down the answer of this denominator is here pi upon sin pi by 4 means pi upon 1 upon root 2.